Booker is now ready to address the media after his 42-point performance.
Okay, first question. We'll go to Dwayne right here in the first row, right seat.
Devin, I know you're all about winning, but you had the huge night, 42 points. How are you even rationalizing having the big night, but you guys not being able to finish the game and come out on top?
It doesn't matter at all. I said that after last game too. When I struggled shooting it, the main objective is to win the game. So anything that goes on throughout the game, it doesn't matter for real.
Quick follow. You guys were up 7, and I know it's when you were sitting. What did you see that got them back in it? Was it more of what you guys didn't do or what they did?
That's a tough question, but, I'd say a little bit of both. I think 17 offensive rebounds, 17 turnovers. So that's on us as a team.
Okay, we'll stay in the first row. Go to Rachel.
Book, what was it like on the sideline when you were carrying those 5 fouls and you were waiting to go back in?
It's tough, but, I think the group that was out there was holding it down, defending at a high level. It's just, we have to close possessions. And, that's obviously something that, hurt us tonight. So, yeah.
Okay, we go to Kellen Olsen, second row.
Hey, Book, points off turnover, second chance points. You guys have been so good there all year, and in these last 2 games, they've been killers. How do you guys just get back to what's been working there?
Just be physical early, on both sides. I think I picked up my 5th foul being aggressive, trying to box out PJ. They're coming at full speed, and we know that, and we understand that.
Okay, we go to Gina, second row, right seat.
Book, Monty mentioned that he saw over here. That he saw in shoot around this morning that you just kind of had this pop in your step, and so I'm just curious what the last 2 days had been like coming off of game 3, and did you kind of feel similarly this morning that like, okay, I've got my legs under me, this could be a good night for me?
Yeah, just resting our bodies, getting treatment.
Love them. You know what I mean? It was bad decision making. Timely, we down 2, and I try to cross over right there, slip, turn it over. I had some bad passes in the first half.
Followed by Cameron Cox.
For both guys, are adjustments overrated when you get to game 4 of the finals? Is it just about execution and executing better as opposed to anything that they did to take things away from you guys down the stretch?
At this point, both teams know each other. You know the sets. They can call out our plays. We can call out our plays. It's about execution. You know what I mean? So down the stretch, we got to box out. I got to box out. We got to execute. We're a team that's closed out games like that all season long. So this a tough one, but we got to bounce back. That's why we fought all season to get home court.
All right, we'll go to Cameron Cox with 12 News.
Hey, Book, Chris just mentioned it, but how frustrating is it not to be able to close this one out, especially when you guys had that lead in the fourth quarter?
It's really tough whenever you can't, win a game, especially at this point in the season.
Any other questions for Chris or Devin? All right, go back to Dwayne, first row.
Yeah, Chris, being in this situation, it's 2-2. Obviously it's a series, and then you guys got the home court. What do you want to see in the next 24, 48 hours from you guys to know that we're moving in the right direction going into game 5?
You can't just bank on the fact that you got home court. You got to go out there and play the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and execute. So we'll do that. We tend to respond well, but it's easy. We know what we got to do. Be better.
All right, we go to Steve, third row, middle seat.
For Devin, I'm just wondering, you were on such a roll for most of the night. You sit about 5 minutes there in the fourth quarter with the fouls. When you got back, did you feel like you were in the same rhythm you were before, or did that throw you off at all, having to sit as much as you did there in the fourth?
No, I was still in rhythm. It's a mindset more than anything, and I was still there, but that's besides the point, to be honest.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Devin.
For sure.
Hey, Christy in the sky. We know her, Grant.
Hey, yeah.
South Lake, son.
Hat.
Hey, man, she
Got your back, Grant. She got your back.
$1,000.
Go Seahawks. Go Seahawks. Yeah.
Grant's face.
Man, you can't be wearing the Hawks jersey right beside the bench, though. You actually wore the Hawks jersey? I was
Yes,
sitting next to
you can.
Reggie. I was there in case Reggie needed me to fill in. And you wore the Hawks jersey. We lucky we even got getting these guys to come interview with you on the desk.
Go back up to Phoenix and try to steal one.
And Drew, throughout the playoffs, you guys have demonstrated that even when you get down, whether in a game or even in a series, a tremendous amount of toughness. Just talk about the makeup of this team and how, despite the adversity or the odds that are in front of you, you guys just keep plugging away and find a way to get the job done.
Yeah, I think the first two games we were never rattled. I think we lost by 10, and obviously it's the first couple of games of the finals, but we were pretty consistent in what we wanted to do. We made adjustments and came back home and got two.
Drew, you obviously didn't have your best offensive game, but defensively you were stout. You were right on point. Really pressured Chris tonight. What did you do differently, if you did do anything differently from the first couple of games in this series, because your defense was off the chain?
Really just being consistent, just trying to nag him, always be around him. I know that they try to get me off him and when we're switching, but really just try to make it hard for him. We know he likes to get to his spots, those mid-ranges, he's killer at it, but really just trying to annoy him.
And Drew, when you see a guy like Booker cooking the way he was tonight, how do you guys stay disciplined on the defensive end, knowing that if one guy is cooking, the rest of the guys not killing y'all still can get a win here at home?
Just staying consistent. We know how great of a scorer Book is, but if he's doing it by himself, we feel like we come down here on offense, we can take care of it that way. And then defensively, really just don't let him get any more assists. Same thing with Chris. Once they're moving the ball and sharing the ball, they're a tough team, but Book had an awesome night, but everything was in our favor toward the end.
But you've called your Chris and Giannis the heart and soul of this team. When he finishes with 40 points, the way that he did down the stretch, how do you quantify Chris Middleton's contribution?
I mean, it's exactly what I said. They've been here the longest. They've been here fighting. I know people have been talking about him for so long, but I think for them to be able to come out here and really just be able to finish the game, and they've done it multiple times in multiple series, I'm just so happy for him to put on the show.